Hello, this is Chiron Intuition, and I'm here to do a reading for the collective. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but if it does, take what goes, and please leave what does not. We have the Wheel of Fortune out here first. Okay, that's a good start. What's this energy here with the Wheel of Fortune? We have the Two of Swords. Well, wait a minute. Not the Two of Swords, as if somebody has to make a decision. Okay, wait a minute. These are too many cards falling out at once. Okay. Let me get something here with the Two of Swords. What is this energy here? And then we have the Two of Cups. Like somebody doesn't know if they want to take a chance on a relationship. It seems like it's a blessing, but somebody's still questioning it. They're questioning the relationship that, oh my God, Nine of Pentacles? They're questioning it. It looked like it's something positive here. Okay, let me get something here. It's Wheel of Fortune, Two of Swords, and Two of Cups. Somebody that doesn't know they want to take a chance on this. We have the Queen of Swords. So a lot could have happened to the Queen of Swords. Okay, Queen of Swords could have been through a lot. Queen of Swords might not trust people very easily. What is this? We have the Lovers. Gemini energy. So Queen of Swords is looking at this. You know, they do want a relationship. They're just scared that it's something like the past. But like the Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers card are the only two major arcana, and they're actually together. Like the Wheel of Fortune is the first card, and then the Lovers is like right underneath it. What is this energy? So Queen of Swords wants to make sure of a partnership here. We have the Magician. Queen of Swords wants to make sure it's not somebody trying to trap her, and it could be a him too, you know, I don't care. But they're trying to make sure nobody's trying to trap them, nobody's trying to lie to them, you know, people are being who they really are. Okay, I think the Queen of Swords wants to make sure before they actually do something, make a move. What is this energy here? We have the Page of Cups energy here. Okay, let me get something with this. It looks like, okay, it could be that someone is being genuine because that Page of Cups fell right underneath the Two of Cups. What is this energy here? And then we have the Hangman energy. So I think that the Queen of Swords is going to wake up. I think the Queen of Swords is going to realize that somebody's being genuine. The Queen of Swords is going to realize they may have manifested this. It could be like a young love or something like that. Yeah, they're standing at the threshold of something beautiful here. Standing at the threshold of something beautiful. And all someone has to do is come out of that Two of Swords and turn it into the Ace of Swords. Whether it's a yes or a no. But they know they have to commit. They know they have to commit. If they say yes, they have to be about that. Yeah, it's somebody here. I feel like it's maybe this Queen of Swords is kind of in the Eight of Swords in a way. Like where they're mentally blocked from, you know, certain things. Like we go through things that condition us. The Eight of Swords could be conditioning. Even though it didn't come out here, I'm getting conditioning because it's a Queen of Swords. So she has went through all of the levels of the swords. But it's something here where I feel like they're really just trying to make sure. They're really just trying to make sure that somebody is who they say they are. And then they can put their guard down. Okay, what is this? Yep. And then they'll put their guard down. Knight of Cups energy. I feel like this Queen of Swords just has to see with their eyes, you know? They can't just go off of a feeling. You know? Oh, I like you. That's not enough. Like, is somebody doing what they got to do? Is somebody, you know, doing what they say they're going to do? Is somebody this? Is somebody that? And then, what is this energy here? We have the Nine of Swords energy. Okay, Nine of Swords energy. Somebody's... I mean, damn, I didn't know it was that serious. This is a big step. Like, they don't... It makes me feel like they don't give nobody a chance. This is a big step. Knight of Cups and then the Nine of Swords comes out. Like, this shit gives somebody anxiety. So don't... Whoever this is, don't take that shit lightly. Like, I don't think the Queen of Swords is fast to get in a relationship. I don't think the Queen of Swords is fast to commit to somebody. And I think the Queen of Swords is quick to cut somebody off. So, whoever this is, they seem to be, you know, doing the right thing and stuff like that. Because this is a shocker that this Queen of Swords is about to move forward. This is a shocker that the Queen of Swords is about to move forward. Like, Queen of Swords. So you must, whoever this is, they had to pass tests. They had to pass some tests here. They had to pass a lot of tests. Queen of Swords tests. What is this energy here? And then we got the Seven of Pentacles here. Seven of Pentacles. Is it also someone worried about... If they commit to this, it's also time. It's a time constraint or some kind of constraint maybe. Or maybe the constraint is being in the relationship. Maybe somebody is just maybe not used to that or uncomfortable with that. Or they just had bad relationships in the past. Something here like that. What is this energy here? But it's like it's about investing with someone. So the Queen of Swords wants to invest. They just want it to be the right person. That's what it is. We got the High Priestess, exactly. So they just want, okay, how can I say this? You know, sometimes we have boxes that need to be checked, if you understand what I'm saying. Like when we're talking about another person and being with a person, sometimes there are certain boxes that must be checked. Like, you know, you can make a little, you know, leeway for a few things, but certain things have to be checked. And I feel like this Queen of Swords is going to see that. They're going to recognize that. They're going to see that this is what's going to move them forward on their journey. Well, for the both of them. Because the Lovers is here, the Two of Cups is here, and the Chariot. That's really strong energy that these two are going to move forward together. And the Wheel of Fortune also. Okay? I'm just saying. The Lovers and then the Magician right after that. But it's something that the Queen of Swords has to see for themselves. They just got to see for themselves. That's all it is. They got to see for themselves. I don't think that's a crime. Especially because this Queen of Swords has probably been through things. Not probably. I really believe that the Queen of Swords has been through some things. In this reading, they've been through some things. And I see Judgment at the bottom. Yeah, they just want to make sure. We have the, two cards. We have the Hierophant and we have the Six of Wands energy. Yep. I feel like the Queen of Swords going to wind up marrying somebody. This is somebody that said they'll never get married. I promise you. This is somebody that said they would never get married or they would never get married again. And if they said again, oh, they meant again. I will never get married again type shit. But I think that they are. I think that they are because they learned their boundaries. I think that's what it is. They learned how to... It's not just discerning, it's the choosing. It's the, you know, making sure that everything is right instead of accepting what you don't want. Because the Queen of Swords is ready to send some shit back that she don't want. Okay, let's just put that out there too. What is this energy?
Chiron Intuition.
We have the Emperor here. Oh, somebody wants to make sure maybe a person is a provider or a leader, a good father. They want to make sure of something here because I feel like somebody might want like a family. It's like, I feel like, you know, this might be like dating. Like you could date somebody for years and still say no, you know? But I feel like over time, these boxes are going to get checked. It might not be an immediate like boom, 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 boom. But like you might get a check right here and then, you know, a little time pass, you get a check right there and then you get that check right there. You know, I feel like that's the kind of energy that's happening here. Oh shit, we got the devil. Let me see what's going on with the devil, y'all. What's going on with the devil? We can't have an emperor devil. We can't have somebody that's just controlling, demeanoring and all that kind of shit. No, I don't think the Queen of Swords is going to have that. I think the Queen of Swords is waiting for somebody's ugly to come out. And then we got the Seven of Swords. Let me get one more. Oh my God. And then we have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups after the Devil and the Seven of Swords. The Devil and the Seven of Swords is usually somebody that is doing something they're not supposed to be doing. And it's something that they've done before. It's something that... It could be that this Queen of Swords has seen their ugly side. The Queen of Swords has seen... Everybody got an ugly side. Everybody got an ugly side. But it is important that you see it because everybody is not the same when they get ugly. Everybody is not the same. Okay? So, but then I seen the Ten of Cups here. I feel like this Queen of Swords, from what she's seeing, I think she can work with whatever this is. You have to see the different aspects of a person before you could truly make a decision. You have to get through each level of a person. Because if you get to the deepest level and you're like, you know what, nah, I really can't do this shit. That's your right to do that. Okay? But I feel like somebody's getting to the deepest levels here and they feel like they can do it. I mean, I've never seen it like that, but it looks like this Queen of Swords is putting them through tests, or they recognize things about this person, and, you know, when these things come out, you know, it's kind of like a test or something like that. But I feel like this person is passing. That's the thing. I feel like this person is passing. Like, everybody has an ugly side, but just how motherfucking ugly is it? Okay? Because it matters. It definitely matters. Not everybody is going to have the same. Some people just can argue. You know, some people like to call your names and shit like that. Some people pull out weapons and shit. Some people, they'll come up to your job. You know, we need to see the crazy. We need to see how crazy people get before you can really commit. Okay? See how crazy they get before you really commit. Shit. Let me get something here with this. What is this energy here? Queen of Swords, Lord. Queen of Swords. What is this? And we got the Ace of Pentacles. Look like they about to get it. Look like they about to get the ring, or they about to get whatever it is that, you know, they about to plant them seeds or whatever, you know? That's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing somebody that was scared to get into a relationship with somebody. They're not sure if they're going to get in a relationship. They're not sure. And the more that they see, the more they're like, you know, I kind of like this is somebody, I feel like this Queen of Swords is going to get to the point where they're not a Queen of Swords no more. And I'm not talking about like an air sign or nothing like that. Like, you know, I'm not talking about if they're an air sign. I'm saying like they're not going to be in that energy of living from what happened to them or what they've been through or their past relationships or, you know, anything like that. They're not going to be living from that place anymore. I think they're going to be released from that place, you know? Okay. Is there anything any other, let me get one more card. I'm going to go to the next deck. And then we got the King of Wands here. So it's a fire sign here. A fire sign involved here. Look like the fire sign is going to move forward here. And then you got the Star, Aquarius energy. Look like the fire sign. I feel like this is an interesting dynamic here. I feel like people are being careful, but that's why things are going to move forward the way that it is, because people are being careful. Like, it's going to move forward. It's almost like this is the energy of somebody that will let you go if need be. Or they can see if it's a yes or it's a no, and they accept that. And the more that they look at this, it's like a yes, a yes, a yes, a yes, and then a pause. And then a yes, and then a yes, and then a yes. You know, it's giving that. It's giving that. And that's okay. That's kind of like what dating is about. That's what you're supposed to do. Because people going to try to be as perfect as they possibly fucking can. And so they can't be perfect no more. And then you're going to see that shit. And it's like, just take note of it. Everybody got an ugly side. I mean, damn, like, we are human. We are not perfect. But just how ugly is that shit? And I don't think this is that bad. I don't think, I mean, like, you know, I don't think it's on the level of karmic. I just think that this Queen of Swords is just ready you know, if it's going to go one way or the other, they're ready. But they just want to know that this person is ready too. And that's what you're supposed to do. And that's why I think it's going to work, because it's not just blindly going into something because you just have to be with somebody. It's not that. It's definitely not that. The Queen of Swords will be alone if they got to. It's not that. But it's, you know, you can't deny love. You can try. I mean, people have tried, but it's just something, I don't know. Some people love you one way and some people don't love you. And with this Queen of Cups, I feel like there is love, but she's not dumb enough to just go for just the love. She wants to look at the facts. And the facts are adding up. And yeah, it makes them nervous to go into this and, you know, call it a thing. But I feel like love is taking them in. I feel like that. And I feel like they accept someone's... Okay, I'm going to say it like this. They accept someone's behavior, but I don't think this behavior is going to stay like this. I think this behavior is a work in progress, like everybody. Like, man, anybody that's motherfucking perfect, you need to be scared of them, okay? You need to be motherfucking scared. Anybody that's trying to make it look, you got to know that there's an ugly side to everybody, okay? And if you're going to date somebody, that's something very important that you should know. It's something very important that you should know. Okay? You just gotta know. What is this energy here? We have the Eight of Wands energy. Okay, what is this energy? This could be two people moving. Somebody could be moving. What's this action being taken? Oh, the Two of Cups. Y'all. I really think that y'all are gonna be together. This is so crazy. I just feel like even the Queen of Swords is saying that this, how crazy this is, that like you're with somebody and you never thought you'd be with somebody because, you know, what just came across my mind, but okay, men don't hate me, okay? Don't hate me. But what just came across my mind is this Queen of Swords saying men ain't shit, okay? Now, we're not going to sit here and say all men ain't shit. But to a Queen of Swords that's been through a lot, men ain't shit. All men are the same, and you can't tell them no different. But this is showing them different. It is showing them different whether they like it or not. And yeah. It's like the universe is shutting up the Queen of Swords, and that's really hard to do. That's really hard to do. This love is sweeping the Queen of Swords off her feet or his feet. And slowly but surely, it's happening. Like, you can't... How can I say this? It's not even about a dark side. Even sometimes people's beliefs. Okay? It's something here. People are multi-sided, multifaceted, or whatever. Queen of Swords can be very judgmental. Okay? But you can't take every piece of somebody. I don't even think this Queen of Swords is trying to change anybody. I think this Queen of Swords is just evaluating. They're just analyzing. But that's a piece of a person. Like, I don't even think the Queen of Swords is judging this person for this energy. But I just think that's a contributing factor to them saying, like, oh, you know, I can deal with this. This isn't... I'm just saying. Like, I need to know that when we have an argument, you're not going to go in there and get the biggest motherfucking butcher knife that you can find. Okay? Maybe it's just me. I need to know. Shit, here the Queen of Swords is again. You know what I'm saying? Queen of Swords came out. I didn't even realize the Queen of Swords came out. It was face down and I said that shit. And I said something about the biggest knife. And you know the Queen of Swords is holding the damn biggest knife. She got the damn shit in her hand right there. Queen of Swords just needs to know. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I seen the Queen of Cups. It's not coming from a bad place. I don't think so. What is this energy here with this? And it's the King of Cups here. I don't think it's coming from a bad place. I think it's coming from a place of just protecting their heart and just wanting to know that who they give their heart to is really going to be there and is really going to be real. Okay? It's like, it's something here. And another thing, the Queen of Swords is seeing things that maybe a person doesn't want to be seen. And that's also very important because you got to know what you're accepting. Like, everybody is not going to be the same. Everybody's different, but you can't, you can't pretend when you're dealing with, like, you want to get to know somebody, you want to be with somebody, you want to marry somebody. You can't pretend that you're not seeing certain things. You can't pretend. So you can have a fair chance to say yes or no. I'm just saying, from what I see, wait, let me see what's underneath this Three of Wands. It's the Star, and then it's the King of Wands. Okay, yeah, like, there's a few things that's making me question some things. Because I do see this, like, maybe they're looking at someone for their behavior only, and this is the reason why they're thinking they should cut somebody off. So it could be like a million good things, and it could be like one bad thing. And this is what's giving the Queen of Swords anxiety. Now, I mean, anybody can do what they want to do, but I'm just saying, like, you gotta weigh this shit properly, and weighing it properly, you have to know that everybody has something that they're working on. Everybody has an aspect of their relationship or of themselves that maybe it's not visible yet. Maybe it's not matured yet. Okay? And if it's not good enough for the Queen of Swords, then Queen of Swords can do what they want to do. But this Queen of Swords, it looks like it doesn't seem to be an issue because the Ten of Cups came out right after it. That's the only thing. Like, I can't say nothing about what people, she's evaluating it. That's her thing. If it's a yes, it's a yes. If it's a no, it's a no. But I'm kind of seeing a yes. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, romance and connection. You get what I'm saying? I'm seeing the yes. I'm seeing somebody, like, accepting, like, they're acknowledging it. They see the ugly. Everybody got it. It doesn't stay in the front all the time, but it could come out, but they see the ugly, and it's like, that's, you could work with it. I mean, it's true. Everybody's not going to work with the same thing. Some people are going to say no. Some people are going to be like, oh, that's not a big deal. It's true. Everybody has a different capacity to love and be there for somebody and wait for them to improve and change. Now, I don't think it's no type of abuse or anything like that going on. I don't think so. Every trait that a person has is not about an abusive thing. Like, if it's a negative trait, it's not always abusive. Some people are selfish. That's not abuse, But some people can't stand a selfish ass person. Some people can deal with it, but it's not that cool. But, you can work with it. You can let them, kind of know, hey, or, some people don't clean up or whatever. I don't fucking know. Not every behavior to a Queen of Swords. I'm not even going to say to a Queen of Swords. Not every behavior when we get into partnerships is going to be like savory. You're not going to like every damn thing. You can change certain things. You can work on certain things, but you might not like everything. And I'm looking at the shadow of someone, and I'm seeing the Queen of Swords judging someone based just off of their shadow. And I don't think that, just from my perspective, you don't got to listen to me, but just from my perspective, I don't think it's fair. Just to, like, what if you had a million things in common with somebody, but I don't know, they like wearing bright ass shoes all the time or some shit, and you don't like to stand out or whatever. I don't know. It could be anything. Like, people are different. But when you get into a partnership, they should be good for you. It's not about it's not about nobody else. Your partner and you should fit each other. It does not matter what nobody thinks about anything. If it's something that you feel is a deal breaker, that's you. That's your personality. You need to listen to that. If it's something you feel like you can deal with, or you could work with, or you can adjust, or whatever the case, that is up to you. But it's just this Queen of Swords feels like, when you decide something, that's what you decide. That's what you go with. And also acknowledging what they cannot how can I say? Because they see this behavior. They see it. They see it. But staying with it is saying yes to it. Is saying, okay, I will settle here. I can deal with this. That's what is probably worrying the Queen of Swords the most. Is are they really accepting something that they can really work with, or is this something that they're in their head a lot? That's the Queen of Swords. I got to get up out of it because Queen of Swords will be in their head the whole damn time. It says composure and it says vulnerability and freedom here. Composure, vulnerability, and freedom. Maybe the Queen of Swords is questioning, do they really want to be with this person just based off of that thing? And it's honesty and communication. That's another thing. Like, people being honest, that's a beautiful thing. People got to be honest. And at the same time, if somebody's honesty, you know, if you don't like it or it's not something that you want to pursue, I think that's also fair to say yes or no. You know, but I feel like somebody being honest, it's not like they need to be punished because they were honest. If they were honest about something, if the Queen of Swords don't like it, they can just walk away. You know? But I think somebody's being real. I think somebody's being real with this Queen of Swords, as real as they could be. They're, you know, and maybe they don't even think of this thing as a ugly trait. Maybe they don't even think of it. Like, yeah, confirmation. Maybe they don't even see, like, Queen of Swords is very judgmental, okay? At the end of the day, it's like the Queen of Swords really is. And I feel like I said, they're judging this person just based off of some type of, you know, behavior that I think can be adjusted or fixed. Now, I'm not saying nothing crazy. You have to use your discernment in this reading. If you're dealing with any type of abuse or something like that, unless that's the shit that you like, then this might not be your reading. But I feel like whoever this is, they're judging somebody based off of one small thing that can be worked on or shown or whatever. But the Queen of Swords are going to do what they want to do. In this reading, I'm seeing that it feels like they're going to be together. That's what it feels like to me. That's what it feels like. But I feel like I'm talking to somebody that's just like really ready to cut somebody off. But like, I don't know. For some reason, I want to tell this Queen of Swords not to do that to everybody. Like, some people really are there for you and they have their dark side or whatever. They got their little shadow like everybody else, but they're really there for you even though they have that shadow. Okay? I mean, it's not something that can be avoided. I mean, if that's the case, you won't be around nobody because everybody has a shadow that they have to work on, that they have to awaken to and adjust. I don't know. Queen of Swords is up to you. But I'm going to leave it right here.
Chiron Intuition.
If you like the way that I read, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it because it is how we get the messages out in order to elevate the collective. I love you guys, and I'll be back with another reading later. Bye.